Would you like a free way to send thousands of personalized cold emails fast? If so, let me show you HunterIo's cold email outreach tool in about 5 minutes. And if you don't have 5 minutes, by all means, go ahead and do cold email. But this video will save you time, money, and a lot of energy along the way. In fact, last year I was spending over $500 per month on cold email outreach tools. So this video could potentially save you thousands of dollars. And if you're new here, please subscribe so that you don't miss another SEO video or link building tutorial from me. So this is Hunter's cold email outreach tool. It's kind of similar to like Lemlist and Mailshake, and basically you can send bulk email campaigns and then customize them to whatever attributes you want. So you could like insert someone's name or website or whatever you want. It's kind of like a mail merge, and yeah, it seems really easy to use. It's also free, I think, if you're a customer, and you can connect a few different G Suite accounts. So usually you're paying like $30 a pop when it comes to like Lemlist or Mailshake. I think it's even more expensive, and Hunter seems to be free, which is kind of amazing actually. So we'll get into how to use it, so keep watching. Okay, so here is the Hunter outreach tool, and what we're going to do is start a new campaign over here. And basically you see I've like messed around with a few draft campaigns, and see it's pretty easy to use. I've been impressed so far. So we're going to click on new campaign over here. One thing I actually really like about this is it's super fast. Like if you use Lemlist, for example, it's really slow. It could drive you a little bit crazy occasionally. So once you create a new campaign, you can rename it here, just change it to whatever you want. And then you can select who you're going to send the email campaign from. So I've already included a G Suite account here. And then you can also plug in some templates. I'll actually come on to that later, so you can discover exactly how to set up your own campaigns. And from here, we're going to plug in our email copy, right? So I've got some over here. So we're going to take this email copy. And just to show you how easy it is, you can just paste it in like this. So damn easy. This is one I created before. If you ever watched Blue Peter, this is one I made earlier. And we're just going to take this copy, bang it into the follow-up here. Usually I send a follow-up after like 5 or 7 days when it comes to cold email. So we're going to plug it in here. And basically this means that Hunter will automatically follow up for you when it comes to adding your campaign. So you'll send this email first, and then you'll send a follow-up later. Then you can add another follow-up if you really want to, you know, keep chasing people up. I wouldn't recommend sending more than 2 to 3 follow-ups, to be honest, when it comes to cold email. And yeah, the other cool thing as well is like you can add your first name, last name. You can basically personalize your email campaign. So you can send kind of like a mail merge. You can include someone's first name, but if they don't have a first name, you can include some fallback text here. So for example, it'll say Namaste Julian or Namaste there if I don't have the first name for that contact. And as we scroll down, you'll also see that the unsubscribe copy is already pasted in there. So you don't have to add it yourself, which you usually do with Lemlist, for example. And also here you can choose, okay, do you want to insert an unsubscribe link or do you not? To be honest, if you're sending cold emails with software, I would definitely recommend adding a unsubscribe button, because you don't want to be spamming people here. And if they want to be able to opt out of the campaign, then you should definitely give them a choice to do that. So that's why I always include an unsubscribe button at the bottom of the email. But you can actually change this text as well, which we'll come to later. And then what you can also do is, you see here, it says saved. So you can double check that your copy has been saved. Now, something else that I like to do is just check and make sure the campaign actually works before I start going ahead and adding some contacts. So what you can do is send yourself a test email here, and then you can have something like this. So here's one I made earlier, and it's basically a test email. So it'll tell you test there, and then you can see, okay, does the mail merge work? Does the contact information work? Are there any mistakes? Are there any spelling mistakes? That sort of thing. And then you can go ahead and make any tweaks you need to. So it's a pretty useful feature too. Now, one other thing you might want to check just before you start sending is whether you want to track the email openings. Okay, so when it comes to cold email and deliverability, when it comes to adding some code in there that tracks whether someone opens or didn't open the email, then it can affect deliverability. And there will be a piece of code on every single email, which means that spam filters can pick it up, and they may send you to the spam filter simply because you've got some code in there. So what you can do is remove that if you want to, if you just want to be safe and optimize your deliverability in that way. And now what you want to do is start adding your contacts in. So who are you going to contact for your campaign? If you've got some contacts set up already, you can just add them in like this, right? So you just click on add people over here, and then you can choose, all right, do you want to send them from the leads you've already selected on Hunter? Do you want to upload it for CSV, or do you want to add them in manually? To be honest, if I'm sending a big campaign to a lot of people, then I will click upload a CSV, and I'll have a list already prepared that I can just upload right here. Okay, so that will choose a file for me. And yeah, super simple to add a CSV in. And then also what you can do is add in the custom personalized information about each person. So it could be like the website, the first name, the job title, whatever you want to customize in your campaign so that it's a personalized mail merge. All right, so here we go. Now we're on to reviewing and launching the campaign. So, you've added in your content, your audience is ready, and all you need to do now is review and approve all the content you've done so far. So you can see this is previewing 2 emails here. And these are the finalized sort of versions of what's going to be sent out. So you can see, okay, you've got the email copy, email subject line. You just want to check in, make sure you haven't made any crazy mistakes or any sort of spelling mistakes that could totally ruin the campaign. So you're going to go in, edit in anything you need to, and then you can check the follow-up here as well. And it'll basically show you your whole email sequence here. So, from start to finish, you click through. Okay, here's the subject line. Right, and if you need to make any changes, by the way, just click on content over here, and then you can edit in anything you need to. And once you're ready and you're ready to go, you're ready to launch and start doing this, then click on launch over here. And it's pretty much as simple as that. As you can see, it's only taken a few minutes to sort of set up the email copy, set up the sequence, add in your audience, and then you're ready to launch. Now, here's a $1 million question. If you're using outreach software already, is Hunter the best outreach software, and should you use it for your campaigns? Well, to be honest, I'll let you make up your own mind, but you've probably got your team trained on another piece of software, or you're used to certain software. But here's what I'm going to say. You can see there's clear differences between Lemlist and Hunter, right? So like the UI of Hunter is super simple. You can set up your campaign in 3 steps, and it's really basic but simple and easy to use. Whereas if you go on over to Lemlist, there's so much crazy stuff going on. It's like, what the hell, where do I click, that sort of thing. There's all these smiley faces and emoticons. So, if you like loads of levers and buttons to press and that sort of thing, then to be honest, maybe Lemlist is the one for you. But if you like to simplify things, if you like to make things easy for yourself, and if you basically just want to save your team time, then maybe Hunter is the right one. I'm still deciding personally, but I do like the look of Hunter. It's a really cool tool. Now, before you go, I just want to quickly show you through the settings, and this is kind of crucial before you send your campaign, because if you don't get this right, then, Hunter's a great tool, but you could totally mess up your campaign or send too many contacts and get blocked and that sort of thing. So if you click on over to settings here, you're going to get 3 different options. So you can change your unsubscribe text here, which means, people can click whatever text you choose to unsubscribe. And then you can also set up your Gmail accounts here, so you can connect up to 20 Gmail accounts. And I believe this is free if you're a paying customer, at least anyway. So yeah, you can connect up to 20 Gmail accounts. It's kind of crazy because if you're using like Lemlist or Mailshake, you're paying per user, and it can be anywhere between $30 and $50 per user. So, if you have loads of email campaigns, you're sending from loads of different accounts, then you're going to be spending like a small fortune, to be honest. But with Hunter, it's free. You can connect up to 20 accounts. You can just try it for yourself and see whether it works and that sort of thing. And you can also choose your send-in window, right? So this is the schedule that you're going to send your cold emails from, and it's all automated. You don't really have to do anything. You just set it up here, and it's already defaulted to Monday to Friday, 9 to 5 p.m. Bangkok hours. But you can change that to whatever you want. So it could be like New York Times, that sort of thing. And yeah, I personally wouldn't recommend sending on Saturdays and Sundays, simply because we're not all on our laptops checking our emails on weekends. So yeah, you usually find you'll get better results if you send Monday to Friday instead. If you just want to connect an email account, just click on connect a new account here. And then you can also set up some templates, right? If you use like the same email template over and over again, which personally I don't recommend, because you're simply spamming the internet with your templates, and people are going to quickly get tired of that and stop responding to it. But if you are using templates that maybe you rewrite or you tweak or you optimize a little bit like some sort of crazy mad scientist, then you can add in your templates here, and that'll save you a lot of time, so you don't need to keep plugging them in and copying and pasting them every time you use the Outreach Hunter tool. And that is pretty much it. So that's it for me. If you enjoyed the video, please smash a like on it. And if you haven't already, subscribe so that you don't miss another link building or SEO tutorial from me. And if you're interested in cold email, you should also check out my Lemlist tutorial that teaches you exactly how to build your cold email outreach campaign in 11 minutes. And Lemlist is another awesome tool for cold email outreach.